Good morning, my dear students, and welcome to our Global Perspectives class. Okay, in this class, what we are going to do is more like how you're going to say your opinion, your perspectives about like global issues, like about global topics like education, like poverty, and so on. But here we're not gonna just like say our opinions, our perspectives, and all of these things, or finding just a new information. No, we're gonna reflect it, okay, on a research paper. But in order to like make like a masterpiece or a research paper which is like masterpiece, we need to have these 6 skills, okay? Starting from research, analysis, evaluation, reflection, collaborations, and communication. Okay, so first, in order to make like a research, we need to go through this like process. We're gonna start today by research. Here I want to ask, what do you know about research? What does research mean to you? It means what? We can say gaining a new knowledge. When I'm searching for something, that means I have like no knowledge and I want to gain like a new knowledge. Or yes, find different opinions. This is my point of view about some topic, okay, or about one of the topics. So, using mobile phone in the classes, okay. I say it's good, but is this like the only opinion? No, I start to research in order to find like if it's bad or there's like whatever. So I'm gonna use research in order to find also like different opinions. What else? Research. Research is more about, okay, finding out a new information is not even existed for me. So when I start to research about, or when I start to research about something, I found like a new informations. Okay, but the concept of research is more about like when I say gaining a new knowledge or different opinions or finding out a new information, for me, all of these three things is more like what is more like an answers. Answers for a question I asked. I asked about question for like I want to know about something, I want to know different opinions about something, and so on. So, in order to get one of these knowledge or different opinions, or in order to get like clear information, I have to ask like I have to ask questions. But what kind of question should I ask? You should ask for like a good question in order to get like an accurate answers. Okay. Now you're gonna ask if there is like a good question and the bad question. Yes. The good question is like the question like when you get an accurate answer, you hit the target. Okay? The question is like specific. But the bad question is more like I can't answer it. And even in Google, you sometimes search for something and you didn't even answer it. Why? Because it's not accurate. Okay. If I'm gonna say an example about like bad question, every day most of us like face a bad question every day. The most popular one or the most common one between like most of us is like this question. Every single day, my mom come to me and said, "What should I cook for lunch?" Okay? My answer, like most of us, anything. And here is the struggling because my mom started to say, "What's anything? You need I need a specific thing." But you didn't ask actually a specific question. You said, "What should I cook?" You can cook anything. You can cook like meat, chicken, Chinese food, the Japanese food, and so on. I don't know actually what the ingredients do you have in order to help you. So here, this question is an example for it. What do you think? Is it an example for a good question or like a bad question? Of course, it's an example for like bad question. Why? Because it's too broad. It's like it's not specific, it's not accurate, it's not everything. Yeah, it's a struggling. What should I cook for lunch? There's more a lot of things. But when she said like I have one, two, three, four ingredients, here you can get like an accurate answer. So this was an example for bad question. Now it's your turn to say you have these four questions. Two of them are like a good question, and two of them are like bad questions. I want you to say or to tell me what do you think is the first one, which two of them are good questions and which ones are bad questions? Hmm. So, if there is a higher power in the universe, what? Okay. What factors affect people's belief in a higher power? Hmm? What do you think? Which one is the good question? Hmm? So, number two, of course, is the good question. Okay, he asked about the factors that affect people's belief, okay, in a higher power. But the first one, what should I answer? Yes, no, huh? Let's move to the third one. What are the advantages and disadvantages of cell phone use in the schools? Okay, what are advantages and disadvantages? Okay, let's move to question number four. How does restricting cell phones use in the school affect student social interaction? Which one do you think it's better? Asking just about advantages and disadvantages? For me, it's just a broad question. Okay, but when I'm asking about the restricting cell phones used in the school, okay, that affect the student social interaction, here I'm kind of hit the target. Okay, I want to know some specific thing and I get it. Okay, so as you said, the first one is like bad question. Second one is a good question. Third one is bad question. And fourth one is a good question. Now, so as we said before, the good questions, the bad questions are what are very broad or very narrow or can't be answered. Okay, what do I mean by very narrow? When I'm asking about the little details. Okay, it's more like what will you do tomorrow at 2:30 and 32.5 seconds? What is this? It's a question that can't be answered. So these three things are more like bad questions. Whenever you're gonna ask a question, okay, you must make sure, okay, that it's not very broad, it's not very narrow, and it can't be answered. If you found one of these, so of course you start to change your question. Why? In order to get like a good question, in order to get like an accurate answer. Okay? Now, some extra examples about good questions and bad questions. As you see, does Pepsi have more carbonation than Coke? What is the effect of cigarette smoke on the lungs? And so on. When I go like bad questions, I found which flower smells the best? What is this? As you see, this one is too proud. Did Abraham Lincoln think blue was a terrible color? What is this question? So these were the examples for good questions and bad questions. Now it's your turn. Okay. For today's lesson, I just want you to know, I just want you to think about this, about this photo, and if I want to make research about like urbanization, these huge buildings and wherever, which one I would choose or I would recommend in order to get an accurate answer. Actually, I'm not. I don't just want you to like choose the best one. Okay, I want you to rearrange them. Like you have here A, B, and C. I want a whatever. For example, if C is the best one, so you write C, then مثلا, then A, then B. Okay, and start to write the explanation why you see like that the question number C is the best one and A is like the middle in between and B is the terrible one. Okay, I want you not just to choose the best research question. I also want you to rearrange the questions in order to make sure that you get the point that you're gonna rearrange from like the best question to the worst one. You do this and you write your reasons, okay? Then number two, as well, I want you to discuss with your one of your friends, okay, or your classmates, if he is like or she's like agreed about you rearranging thing, okay, and why, okay. If she agreed, so that's amazing, good, okay, you have like the same point of view. If it's not, so please write her opinion or his opinion, and so do write your opinion, okay. And that was like our today's lesson, how we're going to like find or write a question, a research question. Okay, see you inshallah next time, and to have like more and more interesting topics and more things to be done. Okay, thank you so much. Enjoy your day.